And we're back. Welcome to the Slob Show. Hello, Roker.
Yay. What's up?
We've been gone a few weeks. We've both been to funerals and all kinds of other things. So
Yes, they've not been fun weeks,
no, not at all.
but yes, we're back.
I was actually I went to a funeral in Chicago. I flew out of the Sacramento airport 8:30 p.m. Had a layover in Vegas. I won $160 on the Wheel of Fortune slot.
You had
Which
a
of
wait a
course,
minute. You
Roker,
had a 8:30 flight that had a
PM.
layover? Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. 8:30 PM and it had a layover?
yeah,
Wow.
yeah. And then it was an hour layover. I think it left Vegas at 11:30, I believe. So landed or 8:30 left Sacramento, got to Vegas at like 9:30, 10, whatever. Flew out at 11, I think. Got to Chicago at 5, but I haven't played the Wheel of Fortune slot in a while since you and I played at the airport. And I had the greatest run of my life on that Wheel of Fortune slot. I just kept hitting. And then you would keep giving me $100 bills and I would hand you back like I would basically we'd put in 100, I would hit, then I would take the ticket out, stack it up, you'd give me another $100 bill, and then I just kept winning. It was crazy.
Yes, and
And we had Jersey Mike's.
we had Jersey Mike's. Good thing you were hitting because that paid for the extremely expensive Jersey Mike's at the airport.
Well, it's hilarious because I think I did the same thing. So this time, well, let's go back to that real quick. So I feel like I won like $1,500 and I gave you a nice tip for the help with it because whatever was working with those $100 bills, that's what was doing it. I just kept going in and out, in and out, in and out. Had a nice little stack, gave you a nice little tip, and then we ate giant Jersey Mike subs, and we used the seat in between us as the table.
Was that when we went for the Mayweather McGregor fight?
It could have been, yeah.
Probably. Yeah.
So when I was in Vegas on Sunday or Saturday, I went to Port of Subs with my $160 and I got like a sub this big, like a regular size sub and a water $25. It was crazy. I mean, I gave him a tip or whatever, but even you take out that tip, it's still like what, $22?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like it's the
Crazy.
airport. It's like where else you gonna go? You're trapped.
It was ridiculous. Like I've never like $22 for a very small sub and a water.
9/11 was the best thing to happen to all of the restaurants that are on the other side of security, right? Because you can't bring anything in anymore.
Yeah.
So
Well, you
you
could
just jack the prices up as high as they want. What you gonna do about it?
yeah, because you're sitting there, you're starving. But that the Vegas airport is the finest airport in the world. Like there's no better airport than the Vegas airport.
Well, they've remodeled it a lot, and I remember at that one where it used to be where all the Southwest flights were, and there was a Taco Bell there, and people would always be getting on the plane with Taco Bell, and the
Oh,
plane smelled like the backseat of a car.
oh
I
yeah.
mean, for
See,
4 hours, it was brutal. And then last time I was in Vegas, the Taco Bell was gone, and it was something else I can't remember, but
hey, there's our buddy Sludge just jumped on the Instagram feed. What's up, Sludge?
nice. What's up, Sludge?
Hey, Sludge, you should jump on. Come on the Slob Show. Um, so I bought that sub in Vegas, and I've been eating Jersey Mike's a lot lately because it's delicious, and I have a new hack for Jersey Mike's eating. And I don't
Okay.
know how I never discovered this before. Okay, I back in the day, you and I would always get. Well, do you still get Giants exclusively?
Yes. Yes. Because I
You know,
can. I mean,
you know how many? Oh, because you have the points, but you don't use
Yeah,
the
but
points.
I mean, I used my points for like the first time ever a month ago, right? I still, but
What
yes,
do
I
you mean?
like the
Hang
Giants.
on. Wait, when you say you're talking about like you have such a great body, you're in such shape that you could eat whatever you want. You're saying
No, I'm just saying, why buy a regular when you can buy a Giant,
that's true, but it is
right?
like double the price.
It is double the price and it's double the food. I
So
didn't say
I've
you had to
moved.
eat all of it at once, but double the food. You get the Mike's Way. get the Mike's Way on the side. That way
Oh,
it doesn't get all soggy.
hang on. That's a slob and a half tip. This is a Slob Show tip coming exclusively from the Yoda of the Slob Show. Roker, can you tell everyone that again?
When you go to Jersey Mike's, get Mike's Way on the side, the vinegar and the oil, have them put it in the little cups on the side. That way, if you don't get to your sandwich for a while, or you're only eat half of it or something like that, it's not going to be all soggy. Because if you that's the
Man.
problem with Jersey Mike's. You get it Mike's Way, then you eat half the sandwich, put it in the fridge, go back, and the entire sandwich is like wet bread.
But I like it wet.
Well, most of us do like it wet, but you could still have it wet, Abe. Just make it wet on your own.
But well, that's true. But I like taking a sandwich and have it congealed in the refrigerator with the wetness, and it all becomes one.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Like, have you had a sandwich in that condition?
I've had sandwiches in every condition over my lifetime, I'm sure. Now, do you scoop out the bread at Jersey Mike's too?
Yes.
That's something that I haven't. I remembered to do it at I remembered to do it at Jimmy John's the other day. I keep forgetting to do it at Jersey Mike's.
It's essential at Jimmy John's. At Jersey Mike's, you don't have to do it, but I do prefer it because, there's 3 places that I go that I gain probably 3 to 4 pounds with one meal. So then I have to starve myself the next day. Like the next day, drinking this is it, iced coffee all day. That's it.
Okay.
A day of iced coffee and water, which is what I'm doing today.
So this means you ate like a pig yesterday, apparently.
Yeah, that's what I have to do to even. It's not like I'm at a great weight right now, but I'm at a weight where I'm like, whatever, it's fine. But then if I get over, we talked about this many times. It's like, you have your line that you don't want to go past, which is a disgusting line. But you're like, God, if I hit that, then I have to start starving myself.
It's too much for even a slob.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so when I hit that line, I don't eat. Like I'll starve myself for the next day. But when I go to Jersey Mike's, Hooters, and Panda Express, I'm guaranteed to gain 3 pounds, no matter what.
Just because you're buying so much, or you're eating it all, or what? What is it?
I don't know.
It's just the way it is.
I mean, they're huge calorie meals, but just when I eat those 3 meals, no matter what, I'm going to gain 3 to 5 to 7 pounds. Like some days I'll lose like 8 pounds. And then I'm like, whoa, this is great. Like you haven't weighed yourself in a couple of days. I'm like, I'm 8 down. And then I go to Hooters and I gain back 7.
Yeah. See, that's why I don't weigh myself. You don't have to put yourself through that. We've had that discussion many times. Dave just said the Jimmy John's gargantuan is the best. Now I have to disagree because I can't. Every time I get the gargantuan, all of the meat falls out when I try and eat it.
Oh, well, really?
Yeah. I'm not saying that there's not a lot of meat. There's a lot of meat. I mean, there's a ton of meat, but it just always slides all out of the bun. And
well,
maybe if I get a gargantuan and I get the bread carved out of it,
yes,
maybe it'll be a little easier to contain.
But not just that, Roker. I think you don't have a good enough grip. I think when you eat a gargantuan, you have to have a nice grip. You have to tighten.
I don't want to have to think about those things while I'm eating. It's like I gotta have a nice grip now.
Double Barrels is saying my local sub shop won't do that anymore with the stuff on the side. Well, that's unfortunate. Double Barrels.
Why? Why won't they do that? What's they don't want? I don't understand that.
Maybe they don't want to they don't want to have all the cups.
Well, I'll tell you, it's got something to do with money. That's what it is. That's why they won't do it. It's got something to do with money. It's costing them something.
Or it takes too much time, maybe.
It doesn't take. It takes half a second. What are you kidding me?
Chucky knows best on Instagram is saying who eats just half. Bobby from Edgewater said you gained the 3 pounds from the sodium. Interesting.
Probably because you're retaining all that salty. What did you say? You said it was Hooter. Yeah. Oh yeah. So it's Chinese food, in quotes, Panda Express, sub sandwiches and Hooters. Hot wings. Yes.
Yeah.
tons of sodium. He's
Yeah, with
absolutely
all the
right.
breading, and then
Yep.
I'll get the honey Thai sauce, which is another load of calories, and then the trifecta, the blue cheese. So you got the breading, the honey Thai, or the hot sauce, and then the blue cheese. It's a triple decker of calories, salt, sodium, everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are the 3 meals. But when I go, so Roker, the grip, I'm telling you, hold that gargantuan tight. And all you have to do is have the grip early in the eating, okay? When you're having the feeding, early on in the feeding, you hold it as tight as possible. Like
Yeah, go ahead.
and
It's too late. It's too late. The meme has already occurred. It's too late. So
just hold it as tight. If you hold it as tight as possible, once you get through some of it, it's gonna, like I said, congeal at the bottom, and then it all becomes one, and then you can eat it. You could, ease up a little bit on that grip. But
gotcha.
anyway, my new thing at Jersey Mike's is I don't have them cut the sandwich in half, and I get the regular now. There's something about the regular which is pretty big when it's not cut in half. A regular cut in half, the two sides look very small, right?
Yeah, it's not a foot long. A regular is not a
No.
foot long. It's like maybe
Like 8.
10 inches, 8
I
even.
bet it's,
I mean,
bet it's 8.
I got it. I got 2 regulars the other day and was able to roll the top of the bag down like 3 times.
Yeah.
Right. I'm like, wow, this is not a lot for $20.
But if you get the regulars, I think some of them are like $11 or something like that. The Giants are like 18, I think. But you get a regular, you don't cut it in half. I'm telling you, it feels like a lot more. If you're holding a bigger sandwich, it just feels like a bigger meal. And then
now I get 2 sandwiches. I have them cut it in half, and then I have half of one and half of the other, so that I'm, switching up my palate a little bit.
hang on. Hang on. And wait, what? Hang on. More breaking news from Roker. Roker, I'm sorry, can you say that whole thing again? What do you do at Jersey Mike's?
So I get 2 different sandwiches. I have them cut it in half.
Wait, hang on.
No, these are two regulars. This was yesterday. 2 regulars, and I have them cut in half. And so I put the 2 different halves together. So I am, changing the palate, the taste up a little bit. So I'm having half of one sandwich and then half of the other, half of one and half of the other.
When you order it, though, do you order one giant, but you ask them to put different things on each side? Or do you actually
No. I order them 2 regularly, and I cut them in half. And then I just take half the sandwich out of one container, half the sandwich out of the other, and put it together and put the other 2 halves together.
Oh, so wait, what? I'm still confused.
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Do you eat all 4 pieces at once?
Yesterday I did, yes. Yesterday I ate all 4, yes.
Oh, I see. But you
But in the event I did not eat all 4, I would have had half of 2 different sandwiches left over instead of one sandwich.
But you never
variety.
Give me a percentage. What's the percentage that there's ever 2 halves left?
It's very low.
And is there ever one?
It's very low.
Is there ever 1 quarter left?
No, not really. Especially if you, and the thing is, and all you slobs out there will identify with this. As long as the sandwich is sitting nearby, it's going to get eaten.
Exactly.
Whether or not you're hungry or not, you're full or not, it will get eaten. You've got to physically take that whatever's left over and put it away. And sometimes that won't even do the trick.
No, then I'll go right in the refrigerator and eat it because I'm just thinking about it.
At least that takes effort. At least I have to get up to do that.
I'm like, it's a quarter left. That's not going to be a satisfying meal later.
It's not going to be right. This quarter is not going to do anything for me tomorrow. I'm going to be hungry.
Now it'll do a lot.
So I might as well just eat it. Right. Exactly.
Yeah, I'll save half. If there's ever an opportunity where there's half, then I know, I have another delicious meal that I can eat later. But a quarter, it's like, not enough.
Yeah.
You need at least half. And Have you ever been able to eat just
Well,
a
no,
quarter?
no, I was talking about half. I was talking about a half. When you were saying a quarter, I meant a half. Like, yeah, half a sandwich isn't going to do it.
Oh yeah.
I didn't buy half a sandwich in the first place. If half a sandwich was going to do it, I'd have bought half a sandwich in the first place. Half a sandwich isn't going to do it.
We haven't been on since I did my Whopper $2 two Whoppers for $2. So I did a live broadcast at Burger King in California, and in 4 hours during the live broadcast, they sold 2,600 Whoppers.
So they sold 650 Whoppers an hour.
Yeah, and they're only equipped to sell 400. So they own 2 other locations. They had to go to 2 other locations to bring in Whoppers because they were like 250 to 300 Whoppers light every hour.
So they had no faith in you.
No, it's not no faith. It's just they couldn't do it. Like,
no, it seems to me that they should have prepared.
well, they did. That's why they had
been an onslaught.
Well, they had the other 2 locations ready, to go. So they were making them at these other 2 locations also.
I got you. So they had them. They had them on standby, but they didn't bring that food over to the other locations. Bring it to your location ahead of time.
Well, no, just when they need it. But then the guys, they had to keep going to these other 2 locations to bring more in, and then they sold. No, go ahead.
Well, what I'm saying is they should have just brought that over to your location first, because you're the location with the 2 Whoppers for $2.
Well, no, but they wouldn't have. But
they're not.
They wouldn't have been hot though. That's what I'm saying.
No. What I'm saying is, you're saying is they were selling so many that they had to get product from other locations and bring it in to prepare it. Correct?
I think they were like preheating the meat at the other locations and then bringing it and putting it in because they're only capable of cooking 400 an hour burger patties. So
it wasn't a quantity. It wasn't a quantity issue. It was a physically able to cook that many in that amount of time issue.
Exactly. Okay, their Whopper maker or whatever
machine, their flame grilled Whopper making machine can only do 400 Whoppers an hour.
But then they were doing like the Abe Cannon Whopper. They sold a bunch of those. They sold the Dragon Whopper. Then they were selling like chicken nuggets and chicken sandwiches and fish sandwiches and everything else. So it was crazy. I don't know how they did it. It was crazy. It was a crazy 4 hours, but man, 2 Whoppers for $2. It was back for one night only. I made it happen. So I can now retire from radio.
Were you now, don't worry, radio will retire you. Don't worry.
Don't worry, they'll say bye.
Just letting you know. So were you nice to the staff, or were the staff
they were great.
Were they waiting by the van with torches, tiki torches? Because they're so pissed at you, or
yeah. I mean, can you imagine that? Like, you just have a regular day, and then they're like, "Oh, well, by the way, today we're going to do 2,600 Whoppers in 4 hours." No, they were super nice.
Okay, good.
And in fact, if you go to the Dixon, California Burger King, forever, if you order the Abe Cannon Whopper, you get a double Whopper, 4 slices of cheese, 6 slices of bacon, lettuce, tomato, onions with extra mayo on both sides of the bun. Available today. Some dude texted me today. He was there, and he got
how much does that cost?
Like $15.
Yeah, that's
but it's worth it. I'm telling you. Like, think about it, Roker. If you go to any burger place now, like any regular burger place, $15 is about what you're going to pay. You go to a Five Guys, it's going to be $15 for a double bacon cheeseburger.
Dude, I got a Whopper Junior, and I can't remember why. That thing was like a slider. It was so small.
And was it $4 or something?
It was ridiculous. I was like, I can't believe this is this small. The Whopper, tell me at least the Whopper is the same size the Whopper's always been.
It was huge. It was really big, yeah. And it was nice too. I'm telling you, this was probably the best Whopper I've ever had in my life. It was ridiculous. It was hang on, let me see if I could. Here's just kind of a glimpse of. This is a bad picture of it, but this you can kind of get the idea.
That's the yes, that is a bad picture. That's the Abe Cannon Whopper.
That's the Abe Cannon Whopper. Here's another.
You need to have the food stylist do your Whopper and get a picture of it.
Exactly.
So it looks like it does on the commercial.
Yeah, where they use like lotion for the mayo.
Yeah, right. Yes, exactly. It's held together with toothpicks that you can't see, and
Yeah,
they've
exactly.
sprayed it with bronzer, and yeah.
But it was great. I do have to bring that deal to Chicago at some point. We're going to make it happen because that's what everyone's saying now.
The
They're
big
like,
buzz around town here is that we're on the cusp of having a bunch of Jack in the Boxes open up over here.
you want a spoiler alert on Jack in the Box?
Well, I had Jack in the Box. So Jack in the Box used to be in Chicago when we're talking over 40 years ago. Oh, it hasn't been in Chicago for over 40 years, at least. I had Jack in the Box when I was in Reno, or outside of Reno. I went to the Bunny Ranch and remind me about that too, by the way.
Hey, you were right. You know, the Bunny Ranch is like less than 2 hours from where I'm at right now. So next time you go to the Bunny Ranch, make sure to stop by.
And the Jack in the Box I had there was not the Jack in the Box I remember.
No,
let's just say. So
it's fine.
It'll be interesting. It's fine. Oh my God. When Claire and I were in Wisconsin for the funeral, we ended up stopping by Hardee's, and it was absolutely brutal. It was.
I like Carl's. We have Carl's Jr. here, which is the same thing. You have to get the right thing. Get the famous star. That's pretty good.
Well, whatever we had, like roast beef, and we had some, and it didn't even have flavor.
What?
It was awful. It was.
What are you buying roast beef for at a burger place? You're the one who says that all the time.
Because the last time we had Hardee's, which was like 20 years ago, she got a roast beef from there, and it was really good. But so we got a roast beef and a burger, and they were both like, we didn't even finish them. It was not good.
So where did you go after that? Another place?
Yeah, exactly. We didn't. It was tough because it's like there was no food, so we had to get fast food. Well, there was an Arby's across the street, so we ended up going to Arby's.
By the way, I grew up in West Lawn by Midway Airport. The Arby's by my house that I used to go to all the time, that's right by Fort City, that's a Jack in the Box now.
Okay, there you go.
That's my beloved Arby's. It's gone.
Well, it's interesting. I guess all the Jack in the Boxes are buying up the Arby's because the Arby's in Shorewood is gone, and that's going to be a Jack in the Box.
I love Arby's.
White People's Mecca just opened up over here.
Oh,
Cooper's Hawk.
Yeah.
That white people seem to just absolutely love and can't get enough of. I don't get it. So there's
fine.
like a Cooper's Hawk and an Olive Garden over in the same place, and then just
God.
They need
bang,
to
bang.
Have a cop there directing traffic. It's so busy. It's ridiculous. Oh, and I just mentioned the Bunny Ranch. So if you have A&E, which I'm sure you do, the Secrets of the Bunny Ranch are on right now. And this is something that A&E has done.
These are new episodes?
These are new episodes. So they're running it. They're running 2 episodes at a time. So it's 2 hours long every Thursday. Episodes 1 and 2. It'll be 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. I think 5 and 6 are this Thursday. And they did this with Playboy, and they did this with Penthouse. And so I would be very interested to hear all of your thoughts if you're watching this.
When they see you sitting by the bar, you mean?
To Secrets of the Bunny Ranch, because I know the secrets of the Bunny Ranch. So I know all the stuff that went on. I know Dennis Hoff. I was with Dennis Hoff for literally his last meal. So I know the answers. I'll be truthful with you. And I just want to hear what people have to say about it. I'm very interested.
So you're going to debunk the show, you're saying?
Well, I might not. But see, here's the thing, and it's a fact. You cannot defame a dead person, right? So you can come out and say Abraham Lincoln was a homosexual. You can come out and say that Michael Jackson did this and did that and did the other thing. You can say anything you want about a dead person. Their family cannot sue you. Their estate cannot sue you. Nothing. They can't do
Really?
anything. You can't do anything. Person's dead.
Wait, is that true? Wait,
That is true. You cannot defame a dead person.
But what if the name is worth millions or billions of dollars, like the Elvis name? Someone comes out and says Elvis did something horrible to them. They can't sue the person for slander on this name
Because
that's
he's dead. Because he's not alive.
I understand that, but the estate is worth a lot of money.
Do it.
Really,
they can't do it. They can't do it. And of course, the other obvious thing about that is they can't defend themselves either because they're not alive, right?
Yeah.
So it's very easy to come out after Hugh Hefner dies and say Hugh Hefner's a monster, Dennis Hoff is a monster, Bob Guccione's a monster, whatever. So some of the stuff that's in there, maybe it's true, maybe it isn't, but I'll tell you the truth. But you got to read. You got to look at it. Like, I'll just give you a quick example. It's like Ron Jeremy did not respond to our requests.
Isn't he mentally?
Well, Ron Jeremy was in jail and has dementia. So
well, he didn't
respond to your request for an interview.
But hang on, we do know we're pretty sure that Ron Jeremy is not the greatest guy, right?
Look. And we can have that discussion too. We can have that discussion too. But you see what I'm saying? It's like, but they make it, but that makes it sound like, oh, Ron Jeremy didn't want to talk to us.
Sounds like he's guilty.
Ron Jeremy has dementia. Okay, he wasn't going to talk to you anyway. He can't talk to you, right?
So, Roker, why don't you give us one of the secrets of the Bunny Ranch? What's something?
What, according to them?
No, according to you. You know all the secrets.
I mean, they weren't secrets to me. I mean, Dennis Hoff, he made a lot of money. So it was a 50-50 split, right? So they make this sound like it's, oh my God, what an asshole. So it's a 50-50 split. So you're a worker at the Bunny Ranch and you book a party for $1,000. Okay?
Let's say I get a Neapolitan.
Okay. Well, that's going to cost more because that's 3 girls, but
and what is that again,
let's keep it simple. That's a redhead, a blonde, and a brunette, a Neapolitan. Yeah. Yes. Let's keep it simple. You book a party for $1,000. You keep $500 and the house gets $500. Okay. So it's a 50-50 split. Okay. So they're going, oh, wow, you got to give 50% to the house? What? That's brutal. Yeah, I make 3% commission.
Yeah, but you're not banging people.
Well, no, but still, I'm making 3%.
I know,
I'm making 50%, I'd be the happiest guy on earth. Okay. But
so for
then
the 50%,
but then they go, yeah, but out of that 50%, I've got to pay for the room. I've got to pay for my doctor's appointment. I've got to pay for the condoms. I've got to pay for this. I've got to pay for that. They go, the room's $45 a day. $45 a day. Where can you say you can't stay in your car for $45 a day?
Wait, the girls, hang on. So they get 50% and then they have to pay for their own room with that?
Yes.
Jeez.
No, see, now to you that sounds like it's
for 50% of all my Johns, don't I get a room? Like, what else am I getting? I mean, you're getting the room. I guess you're getting the walk-up traffic. But
dude, if you're selling pop sockets at a kiosk in the mall, you're not getting that space for free.
But like a haircut, right? Someone gives haircut people split.
They're paying for their chair. They're paying for their chair in the barbershop.
But the 50% should, I believe it cover you. Usually if you're paying 50%, it covers everything. That's part of your expense because it's not just one, like you just said, $500 from Roker,
Okay.
$500 from
Let me
Johnny,
all right, let me ask
500
you a
from
question.
Bobby.
Let me ask you a question. Was that room that you're paying $45 for, was the heat on? Was the air conditioning on? Were the lights on?
We don't know. Maybe
Did
they
you eat?
charge extra.
No, I'm saying he's paying utility. The Bunny Ranch, and this is a fact, the Bunny Ranch is the highest tax revenue provider for that entire county. For the
That's a lot of
entire
dudes
county
coming
that
in
it's
for
in.
Neapolitans.
That's a lot of Neapolitans, yes. So it ain't like he's keeping all of the 50% either. Right?
But what about drink? Does he give the girls a cut of the drinks?
Well, usually the person is buying the drink. The customer is usually buying the girl a drink.
I know, but they're
Yeah.
buying drinks because they're with the girl, and the girl's like pressuring them to buy more drinks.
Not necessarily. They're not supposed to pressure them. They're not supposed to pressure them. They're
We do
not
have
supposed to. I mean, we can get into this, and this
We
is
do have a major-
a hell of a tease.
we do have a major announcement right now.
Okay, let's.
I'd like to introduce you to the newest owner of the Moonlight Bunny Ranch, El
Yeah,
Roker
I
Jr.
wish. Yeah, I wish.
Why did he honestly, like, you were the ultimate person for him to leave it to run it, because you could have taken over for Dennis. God, you would be great as the Bunny Ranch owner, because because Roker, you could be the way you want to be when you're like, just picture yourself on top of the world. You on top of the world holding a cigar, dressed the way you dress every Halloween when you wear that CeeLo green outfit, wearing that outfit.
Still works.
Yeah. And you'll be nice to the girls. You'll be very nice, but you'll be able to walk around with that cigar, and you could be the new face and spokesman of the Bunny Ranch. You should be that right now. Like, you should go talk to Madame Suzette and say, hey, I want to be the new face of this business.
I wore my Bunny Ranch shirt out last weekend because I wanted to defend the Bunny Ranch in any little way that I possibly could. And it's actually Dennis's shirt. He gave it to me after he lost some weight.
All the atrocities going on in the world, and the one thing that really revs you up is this Bunny Ranch TV
Revs
show.
me up. Well,
But
here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? There's something that you know very, very well, whatever it is. There's probably many things that you know very, very well. And then you turn on the television, and then there's an expose on it, right? And you're like, well, I want to see how accurate this really is. I want to see how they're going to portray this. So that's why I guess that's why I'm riled up about it.
What if it's great? What if they don't do anything bad? And then you'll have to apologize to them.
And I would tell you that. I mean, one of the episodes is almost exclusively about the Lamar Odom incident.
Oh, so you've seen some of them.
I saw them all. I saw them all.
You've seen them all.
I've already seen the whole thing. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're telling me there is a bunch of bullshit in there.
I'm saying that there's a lot of stuff in there that if you didn't know anything other than the Bunny Ranch, or all you knew about the Bunny Ranch was, let's say you're like most people, and all you know about the Bunny Ranch is what you saw on the HBO show. Right?
Yeah.
And then you find out, well, the Bunny Ranch wasn't all pool parties and pillow fights and
what else was it?
All this kind of stuff. It's like, well, duh. I mean, obviously, nothing is. It was a TV show.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, well, some of the stuff was fake or stage. Yeah, duh.
Yeah,
duh.
Well, you were on camera.
Who's gonna go to the Bunny Ranch, which is 50 miles away from anywhere in the middle of Nevada, so that they can be on HBO. So they, so they can end up being on HBO.
It was all people like you that
Right?
he knew to like hang out at the bar.
Right? So, you know, but I please watch it on A&E, and I'd love to hear your thoughts.
And when does it come out again?
It's on Thursdays, and it's probably you probably can stream it right now on
Tomorrow? So the
whatever,
first
pick
episode's
one.
tomorrow?
No, tomorrow's probably episodes 4 and 5 or 5 and
Oh,
6.
okay. So it's
Yeah.
been out. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would really love for you to. I think that's one of my new goals in life is to get you. You would move there, right? To take it over.
Yeah, I'd move there to take it over. I am. Tell them now. Give me a reason not to.
Your
Give
wife,
me one reason. Give me one
Claire?
reason not to.
Claire, your wife,
Whatever.
Claire.
Yeah, there's flights that go from there.
Well,
to
she
here.
wouldn't come with you.
She could come with me. She could not come with me. I don't care. I've seen it.
What?
We've been married for 30 years. I know what she looks like. Trust me, she'd be getting the better end of that deal
Why?
because she wouldn't have to deal with me.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
You make a good point.
I mean, I know I seem lovely and pleasant, but I can be quite a handful sometimes.
The question is, do they have enough freezers and refrigerators at the bunny
That's
ranch?
the key. That's it. Do they have enough freezers and refrigerators? Is there a Sam's Club and a Costco nearby?
Didn't you like the day Dennis died, weren't you in like one of like his house or trailer or something watching like the news or something like the night before?
So that was a couple of different. Like I at his house, we were watching the Hillary Clinton Donald Trump debate at his house.
Oh my
Right?
god.
So it's not like I was just there at the bar, drinking and hooking up with chicks from the Bunny Ranch all day when I was there. But the last time I was there, I went to his birthday party. I did an episode of Roker Radio from the birthday party, and had him on it. Had Ron Jeremy on it. Had Afro Man on it. We were all there.
Afro Man.
And then Afro Man was excellent. And go to my YouTube page and see Afro Man perform live at the party. Outstanding. And then we were at his house that Sunday, and we all went out to dinner. And it's me, him. There was some other people. Heidi Fleiss was at that meal. Whole bunch of us.
Tony Clifton.
Was Tony Clifton at that meal?
Clifton.
He was at the party, that's for sure. I don't remember. I don't think it was at the dinner. I don't recall.
John Bobbitt.
I've been. Hey, dude, it's like that was one of the things I always loved about Dennis's birthday party. It was like a episode of The Surreal Life on VH1. I mean, literally, it was like half the cast was there. It was like, oh, there's China, there's Joey Buttafuoco.
There's Anthony Weiner.
You can't,
like any deplorable person in history. Oh, there's Todd Bridges. Like,
I mean, he would have opened him. He would have welcomed him there with open arms. Believe me. Yeah, John Wayne Bobbitt, Joey Buttafuoco. Joey loved me. Who was
the kid in Minnesota that shot the guy that was throwing like a Molotov cocktail at him? Kyle Rittenhouse. Like, that's
a Kenosha guy. That's a kid from Kenosha.
There's Kyle Rittenhouse. Oh God! All right. Well,
I think he tried to hire OJ to be like a bouncer.
Yeah, I remember
that. It's the guy was a marketing genius. So yeah, I had dinner with him that Sunday night. I left Monday evening, flew back Monday evening, and woke up Tuesday morning to my phone blowing up that Dennis had died. I'm just like,
and what did he die from? Like a heart attack or something?
Yeah, I guess heart attack. That's another thing. I always talk to him about his health and his diabetes and stuff like that, because he would be up at 3:00 in the morning on a Tuesday so that he could do an interview on a radio show in New York. right? I'm like, dude, you gotta turn this shit down sometime. I mean, get some rest, get some sleep. He was all about promoting the Bunny Ranch, all about making that money,
You
and
know
it
what's
worked,
hilarious? You
and it
you you
worked.
you mentioned the surreal life when I flew into Chicago for that funeral. When I got to the airport, the band Warrant was there.
They're on tour. Yes.
They were like they were like standing in front of like B7 and I
Yeah.
saw Robert Mason. I'm like, "Warrant!" Like we remember we interviewed Robert Mason 100 times.
Dude,
And I'm
Robert
like,
Mason used to come in studio all the
I
time.
know, that's why I noticed. I'm
Yeah,
like, "Oh, that's
during
Warrant."
during the Loop days, yeah.
And every other guy in the band looks like Chips Enough. So I'm like, "Oh," when I first saw them, you know that story, right? When Sludge and I, like back in 2007, I think, we were at a Hooters and there was a bunch of dudes sitting at a table wearing Affliction t-shirts, bedazzled jeans, the wallet with the chain. And I walked past and we're laughing. I'm like, what is that? Hinder over there? The band Hinder? And then 2 seconds later, the waitress walks over. She's like, have you boys ever heard of the band Hinder? It was Hinder. I'm like, is that Hinder? And it was them. But like Warrant, like I'm telling you, every other guy besides Robert Mason looks like Chris Jericho, but everyone else looks like Chips Enough. It's like that's a band right there. There's no
Right.
such group
There's
of
no doubt
people
about it.
that
Yep.
look like, oh, it's Warrant. And no one noticed him except me. I'm like, Warrant. They're like, yeah.
They should go to a Halloween party as Warrant. And and people wouldn't think they were Warrant, but they would be like, "Damn, that's a damn good Warrant."
Yeah. Who are you getting? Oh, we're Warrant. Oh, cool, man. Nice job, brother. The winner of the contest, the costume contest, these guys who are Warrant. All right. So today's episode, we learned if you go to Jersey Mike's, of course, get the bread scooped out. Number 2, don't cut it in half. Number 3, if you watch the Bunny Ranch show on A&E, it's all bullshit.
I didn't say that. I said I
Oh,
want to hear your opinion, and I'll answer all your questions honestly.
well, what's the broker? Let's get the questions sent to you ahead of time. So, what's the best way to get you the questions on Facebook or something?
Yeah, you could go to the Al Roker Jr. Facebook page. Go to
Do you
my
reply? Will you
Instagram.
reply to the DMs or what?
Go to my Roker Radio on X. If I remember to, yeah. If I, it's like I go on there. Oh, somebody sent me something like 7 weeks ago.
You know what? Actually,
Yeah.
wait. Before we wrap this up, I do want to mention one other thing. Do you ever go to Trader Joe's?
This may shock you, but there are no Trader Joe's in Joliet.
Oh, there's
But
not.
no. But this also may shock you. There was a Trader Joe's and is in Hyde Park. So yes, when I lived in Hyde Park, I went to Trader Joe's.
I love how the second you left Hyde Park, number 1, you get a job 6 minutes from your house. Number 2, all these awesome restaurants are coming in. I
Oh,
bet your house.
they just opened a Garrett's in Hyde Park last week.
I bet your house is worth even more money than you sold it for now. I
They're
bet
opening a
everything.
Chick-fil-A in Hyde Park. It's like none of this
Oh my
stuff
God.
ever even existed. Yeah, there's James Beard award-winning chefs and restaurants and stuff. Ridiculous. It was Harold's Chicken and
Hey,
Lemmy's when I was growing up.
hey, but Roker, you're about to get a Jack in the Box, so it all evens out.
We're about to get a Jack in the Box, so there you go. It's all good.
But I went
That's
to
right.
Trader Joe's and I bought this huge bag of food. And it was like $30. It's pretty cheap, and it's pretty good stuff.
The quality of Trader Joe's is pretty good. It's that's the difference between like Trader Joe's and again, I've said this before. Hyde Park has 2 grocery stores, Trader Joe's and Whole Foods. It gives you the kind tells you the type of
Yeah.
neighborhood that is, right? But Trader Joe's has like good food. Like I like their I love like pot stickers and dumplings and stuff like that. And their frozen dumplings and things like that are like really good.
Have you
And
tried the
cheap.
15-inch Capri Sun yet?
15-inch what?
There's a 15-inch Capri Sun now that they put out with a 15-inch straw and a 15-inch Capri Sun bag. 15 inches. A ruler is 12 inches.
So it's a giant Capri Sun.
Yeah. It's out for the summer right now.
Where do you get that at? I'll have to keep my eyes out for that one.
Let's see. Let me just show you a picture before we'll wrap it up on that.
That sounds like fun.
That they would sell that at the Bunny Ranch. The 15-incher.
I always get Capri Suns for the kids for the Roker Summer Extravaganza.
This is what it looks like. There's the regular. I mean, that they should call that diabetes because
I
if
can't
you
just.
drink 15 inches of Capri Sun, you are going to have a sugar attack.
It doesn't come in. There's no Capri Sun Zero or Capri Sun Light.
I doubt it. Capri Sun Zero. Like look at this thing. Look at this thing compared to the regular Capri Sun. It looks ridiculous.
Oh, that looks
That's like
awesome though. I'll have to
that's
check.
like
I'll have to find that.
a Vegas, one of those Vegas drinks that they sell.
Oh, dude, if you were, you know, you'd pay like $50 for that at like Circus Swim or something.
God, you know, we need to go to Vegas. Roker, I'm now committed to going after I got a taste of Vegas for that 1 hour at the airport. I need to go back.
Just being at the airport. I want to take. I don't know if Claire's listening in the car, but I want to take her. The Wizard of Oz. They're doing some type of Wizard of Oz thing at the Sphere.
Oh,
I want to
be cool.
I want to take her to that. Like right now, they have like the witches like legs and feet sticking out from under the sphere, like the sphere landed on
awesome.
her, like the house.
Awesome.
Yeah. So it starts in like, I think it starts in August, but you know, I want to try and take her to that. So
Dave has asked me if I've ever been to AV Anthony's on 63rd. Of course I have. That was like blocks from my house that I grew up in, Dave. And I love Anthony's, and they have good subs there. The rib tips I used to get all the time. The burger. Have you ever been to Anthony's, Roker, by Midway Airport over there? 63rd, right up so. It's been there forever. Do you guys finish a gargantuan in one sitting? Of course. What are you nuts? Who would not finish a gargantuan? Are there people who only have a gargantuan?
Do you know where you are? Welcome to the Slob Show.
All right. Well, we'll be back next week.